brother. A new study says by the year 2025, that's just 11 years from now, everything we read, watch, and buy online will be controlled by the government and big business. The Pew Research Center surveyed 1,400 experts. It finds that the main threat facing the web, all the possible restrictions on what we do online. Is this real? Joining us now for more, Morgan Wright. He is a cybersecurity analyst. I don't know, were you one of the 1,400 experts that Pew Research surveyed?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that I read through that whole report, John, in preparing for this, and I'll tell you, it's eerie how much what they thought. I felt like they were reading my mind, too, because you and I and Jenna have talked for years about this. I have a lot of the same concerns that these folks do.
Governments, corporations, and security services are going to be controlling what we read and what we do on the internet. That's the conclusion of these experts.
Right. And, you know, John, one of the scary things about this is imagine you've got a generation of people growing up in China, for example, that may never know about Tiananmen Square. Will they be able to control and be able to remove information about the Holocaust? There are some very serious issues around history and the ground truth that comes when you allow people to control the thoughts and actions of people. And in fact, the recent controversy with Facebook and some of the experiments they did online is really kind of a slippery slope. That's when we start getting into controlling people. We eliminated subliminal advertising in movies and other stuff. I'm afraid that this is going to be very subliminal. People won't even know it's happening to them.
Yeah, for people who might not have heard about that Facebook page, Facebook controversy, let's just do the quick summary. Facebook did a little research project to see if they could influence people's moods by sending out happy headlines to one bunch of users and sort of negative headlines to the other bunch of users. And apparently, it kind of worked.
Yeah, it did. I mean, and there's some information wondering if people are wondering, did they work with the Defense Department on this? Is there some collaboration or collusion between the government and the private sector? Can we control the population? Can we get people to act a certain way, do certain things? You know, John, the very scary thing about this is it'll get to the point to where our connectivity will be so ubiquitous we won't even know it's happening the same way we don't think about the power grid when we flip a switch or the water supply when we turn on a faucet. It will become so commonplace we will forget about the privacy and the implications that go with having our entire life online.
Yeah, part of the conclusion of this report is that the government wouldn't need to sort of read your mind or get a warrant to search your mail because they would know everything that you're about just by filtering what you do on the internet.
Right, and a lot of government agencies go to private companies like Accurate or LexisNexis to get information they otherwise are prohibited from collecting, so they get access to this information. So the role of data brokers and your information online and your privacy becomes extremely key in terms of how much does the government know about you or how much can they project that they will know about you, and to try and determine your actions. What will you do? What will you say? How will you respond?
Is there a way that we individual, internet users can prevent this kind of thing from coming true?
There used to be the definition of perfect security in the intelligence community was a computer who wasn't connected at all to the network and wasn't turned on. People are going to have to make some decisions. How connected do they want to be? You make a trade. You say, I'm willing to give up privacy for certain things, certain applications, certain conveniences. We're going to have to become better, John, about understanding what is the impact when I say okay and I click to accept. I mean, there may be a little bit of a revolution where people really say there has to be some bright lines of legislation and policy that says you cannot do this, but as long as those lines are blurred, people will never really know exactly what's happening with their information, and that is the scariest part. When you don't know something.
So the predictions of 1984 may be coming true just a little bit later than George Orwell had imagined.
You know, some good bumper music would be in the year 2525, Zager and Evans, where in 3535 they give you a pill, everything you need to know is given to you in a pill that day.
Yeah, I know that song. Morgan Wright. Morgan, thank you.
You bet, John.
Maybe you two can do a duet next time.